A company's job application states they won't hire anyone who doesn't already have a job.
Is it just me, or does unemployment make you feel kind of boring?
Frustration cannot consume me enough. Because honestly, what exactly am I trying for?
Hey everybody, how you doing today?
Welcome back.
So before a lot on this channel, we talk about unemployment and stuff. But have we ever really talked about what happens legit as soon you get unemployed?
Well, yeah. Well, not really. Maybe like in passing, but not in detail, because there are certain things that you should do immediately after you experience a layoff.
So I guess we're just gonna go through some videos like that,
Yeah.
and talk about it.
Yep.
I know how to intro videos, just so you guys know.
Stay informed.
Exactly.
Frustration cannot consume me enough. Because honestly, what exactly am I trying for? Now, as I've said on this page time and time and again, I've been unemployed for a while. Actually, it's probably going on 6 months now. And I've applied for everything and beyond in New York City. Stuff that I qualify for. Even spruced up my resume. If you must ask, food service, retail, fast food, food of any kind of sort. And right now, like I can show y'all the list of applications I've applied for, stuff that I was qualified and still got turned down severely. And throughout all this, my morale keeps going down and down, and even like pitted towards the bottom of the well right now. So tell me why I went to this basic ass interview through an AI, because apparently a lot of websites have AIs running the interviews for them. I go to this place, this little fast food chain that I have been going to since I was like a kid. We're just gonna say Mindy's, but yeah, y'all set up an interview and the manager wasn't even there. She was somewhere else taking inventory. So with this being the 38th job that I've had to either reschedule for, reapply to, I've been turned down several times severely. What is this unemployment rate that they keep speaking about up here? And then we try to apply ourselves for jobs that we know we're damn near qualified for and still not get the position? Or people not really be there when they're supposed to be, and the only crap excuse they can give you is that you have to set up an appointment for, boy, I have bills. Honestly, if it wasn't for the medication I was on right now, I would be severely depressed, severely anxious, ready to, how you say, just say fuck it. And plus, I ain't got no gas. I ain't got none, not an ounce, not a gram. So, mind you, even though I was 6 months unemployed, that was 6 months, I had some kind of fabrication of some kind of substance to, you know, calm me throughout these times. But right now, it's like a nah, bro. Like, nah, I don't know. I'm just saying, I look good to not be hired, and I'm just striking out. I'm striking out. Anybody else going through this, or?
Yes, a lot of people going through it, but I'm still talking about the fact. He's talking about gas or gas.
Because I know a lot of people don't have like actual gas for their cars.
That's explains why he's walking.
Yeah, that makes sense. And if you don't have like anything, you could sign up for DoorDash, be a delivery driver, or Instacart, shop for people's groceries. It's not that fun, but it can be.
At least, and also he's in New York, so at least he'd be more able to do it without a car.
Oh yeah, that's the best place to do it.
Big cities, I be seeing a lot of TikToks of people on bikes doing it, and they be going, legit, they barely even go a block, because the buildings be right next to the stores, and they need to like drive down, jump down a stairwell or something, boom, right there.
And they'll have so many orders like all day long.
It's way better.
Yeah. You know the economy is bad though when you can't even get a fast food job, because they need people all the time, and then the manager's not showing up. Like, they expect you to be on time, and then if you're not, they don't want to hire you. But then they can be somewhere all over the place not prioritizing an interview for a worker that's trying to work for you and make you money.
Most definitely. And it's the lamest thing of all time, actually.
Exactly. That's ridiculous.
So it sucks.
It's a mess.
Is it just me, or does unemployment make you feel kind of boring? Like, whenever I meet up with friends or family, they're always like, oh, what's new? What's going on? And I'm like, literally nothing. Like, I'm looking for jobs, applying for jobs, getting rejected from jobs, like the usual. And I feel like holidays are much worse because people are always like, oh, how's the job search? Find a job yet? It's like always the same topic of conversation. And it just kind of becomes like your whole identity. And like, don't get me wrong, I have a ton of hobbies, but I always feel kind of guilty talking about them because I'm like, should I be spending every waking moment applying to jobs? Like, am I even allowed to enjoy this? I don't know.
Truthfully, because that's with my family, they always asking, hey, what's your job at? Hey, what job you got? Hey, sign up for this thingy that costs money so you can try to have the idea of getting a job. It's like, I can get a job.
Like, oh, check LinkedIn. No.
What? Really? LinkedIn, the app I use for like a whole what? I had this mess since I was like 2016.
Same.
Also, it's mostly scams.
It is. Ghost jobs, all of that. And honestly, I feel like just a tip, if you lose your job and you don't have a family that is actually going to try to help you out, like with money or help you spruce up your resume, help you with jobs, anything like that, just don't say anything. Don't tell them, because this right here is annoying. It puts more stress on the situation. They act like, some of them try to act like you're not doing anything. Why don't you have a job? They don't understand the situation. And then they're just going to keep asking you about it. And it just gets annoying. Like, yeah, I don't have a job yet. Yes, I'm trying. You don't want to be reminded of it every second. And you don't want people in your business like that.
I'm about to get deep in here in a second. I want to say this. So I can not really have like a regular job. And like I do Instacart and Uber Eats now just to make some money with Angie. She's always done it. We always done it, even when we had a job or not. And my sister is unemployed, has kids, has a guy who has a job, but he's kind of trying to make his own thing right now too. So money could be tight for them as well. She does it, but I'm the one that get questioned a lot about it.
Exactly.
She does the same. She do the exact same things, but I get questioned a lot about it. I don't have kids though.
Exactly.
That's just me thinking about it. What's up with that?
And see, that's the point too, double standards, because some families treat like one kid better than the other, or they like have higher standards for one than the other. And it just gets annoying. It puts more pressure on you, and it's just unnecessary and unneeded. And you just don't need people up in your face about it like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's none of those standard. I didn't go to a community college or do certification classes like that because I didn't need some at the point I was at. My sister hasn't either. She did get entry-level jobs, like I got entry-level jobs, but they questioned me a lot about school.
Mm-hmm. It's just like, just do you, and don't compare yourself to other people. Don't let anyone else do the same to you, because if families want to do that, they're just going to automatically do it. Just keep them out if that's what they're going to do. They don't need to be included in everything.
They don't. They ain't helpful. I'm gonna be real. The less people you include, actually the better it is. I know that people ask for support, say so get support, ask for support. Honestly, just sometimes they gotta keep it yourself.
Yeah.
So don't feel bad if you're not going for support. You just need to keep to yourself sometimes.
A lot of families are not supportive either. So if you know that you don't have a supportive family, just don't say anything, because I never told my family, and because I just know the outcome and it's not good, and I don't need their help. I will deal with it on my own if I run out of money. That's just what it's going to be, because it's not like anyone's going to support me anyway. So you just have to deal with it at that point.
Yeah.
It's sad.
It's very depressing and upsetting, but that's what life is at this point.
Exactly. And especially with the new year, a lot of people are already getting fired, and there's more to come. Mass layoffs, they're going to keep happening, and they happen all the time. So you want to be prepared if this happens to you.
Yep.
It's sad.
It sucks.
Here's exactly what I would do if I got laid off. Number one, you want to apply for unemployment immediately. Certain states have waiting periods. They take longer to approve your application than others. So you want to get that application process started right away so that you can get that income coming in as soon as possible. You are entitled to unemployment. It is your money. It is a system that you have paid into. Please, please, please go and apply for unemployment. Too, and this one can be a little bit tricky, especially in depending on your financial situation, but I want you to just take a little bit of a break. I want you to step back from the situation and I want you to breathe. I want you to give your nervous system a chance to relax. Now, how long you take is going to depend on your individual situation, whether it's a weekend or a week, but I would love to see you take at least 2 weeks to just really relax so that you do not approach your job search from a place of complete desperation. Number 3, now we're going to get to work. We're going to start with updating our resume. I want you to take an opportunity to really get in there and make your resume the best that it can be. Now, when you are laid off, this is not the time to make a career transition. I know that you didn't like your last job and maybe you've been thinking about a transition for a long time, but the time to transition careers is when you have a current job. It is not after when you are unemployed. So do not make a career transition. I want you to make your resume shine in the skills that you have been working in the career field that you have been working in. Number 4, I want you to update your LinkedIn. Go in, optimize your LinkedIn. Your LinkedIn should be a reflection of your resume. So I want you to update your LinkedIn. A lot of people skip this step, but it is a very important step. So I want you to optimize your LinkedIn so that when you make your LinkedIn post announcing that you've been laid off and it drives traffic to your page looks the best that it can look. So your resume, updating your LinkedIn is fairly simple. It really should just reflect your resume. Once you have your LinkedIn updated, then you're going to make your LinkedIn post. This is going to be that post to your network, letting them know that you've been laid off and that you are back in the market. You can share a little bit about what you're looking for. This post is going to get more interaction than your average LinkedIn post. And the idea is to drive people to your LinkedIn page so that people from your network, people from their networks start looking at your LinkedIn page so that you can get job leads and things along that line. So you want to make sure that your LinkedIn post is your LinkedIn page is optimized before you make this post. Finally, we're going to sit down with our budget and we're going to evaluate our budget. When you lose your job and you have lost your primary source of income, you are going to have to make some lifestyle adjustments. And what those lifestyle adjustments look like are going to be different for everybody. But essentially, I want you to sit down with your budget and highlight the wants and really ask yourself, can you live without these wants for the next couple of months, weeks, however long that you are unemployed? Being laid off is not something to have any shame about. It is not a reflection of you, your value, or your worth.
And there's the bad part about the whole LinkedIn thing. Only post I ever see on LinkedIn, even from friends or anything, it's like AI-based posts. It's all this AI. It's just legit. I saw one post that was legit copied from multiple different groups of people who don't even work in the same industry. Like, look, this amazing thing made by this company, made like dog. It's mostly AI.
I'm thinking most of the accounts, like almost all of the accounts on there at this point, it's just AI. Like, who's real and who isn't? Because some of these posts, they just don't sound human.
They don't.
Like, what is going on? Is this a fake person or is it someone just using a bunch of AI prompts? What's happening?
Most likely. And if it's not if they're not bots and they're not that, they're just people using copy and paste.
Weird.
Very strange.
But these interviews also, like the last guy had said before, that they're getting AI. Like, I've gotten so many AI like video interviews and like chat interview things, and it's really annoying because especially your resume goes through this AI system, and that's why most of them are auto rejected because they're like programmed to look at certain things. But I think that it will miss a lot of your actual skills that could be valuable to the job. It's why we need humans sometimes.
And we really do, because if the AI can't understand what I'm saying, because I don't have the model voice that they use to test the voice recognition, then like, what's it hearing when I'm talking about my wants, my skills, and everything?
Exactly. One time I had to call an AI and answer the questions on the AI prompt. It was so weird.
We're not advanced enough to be talking to AI with our voice. They need text.
I kind of like them more because it's less anxiety, but then still, I need a human to review this, and I hope that they are using humans in some way.
I don't, because I can't speak that clearly through a phone. And it was like, did you say this? No, I didn't. You said yes. No.
So stupid.
Like, come on, man. This was a human. They like ask a question and like, oh, can you enunciate that better? Yes. Thank you. It's that easy.
Don't say representative, because they can never understand that word.
Nope.
But I do think for some people, if you already have like a DoorDash or Instacart account, that might be better than immediately applying to unemployment, because you could make a lot more money doing that depending on your market. So if you already have an account, I would just say do that and don't apply for unemployment. But if you want like a little bit of time to just chill or actually apply for new jobs, that could still be a good option to apply for unemployment. But then it takes so long, and then you're not going to get your money for like weeks or maybe months after that, and you're going to be without a paycheck. So, because that's what happened to me. That sucked. Never again.
Nope. She hates a lot of things.
Because it took like multiple months.
It took a while.
I couldn't make any money. And then when I was doing like DoorDash and all that at the same time, they will deduct whatever you make from your unemployment check. So it's like, what's the point? I might as well just do DoorDash. I can make more than $300 a week doing that.
Yeah.
So if you already have a job, it would be a good time to just sign up for that just in case.
Yeah.
But especially if you know that layoffs are coming.
Yeah, at this point, you need 2 jobs to live, so might as well do something that's gig work that can get you a lot of money if you just keep working at it.
Yeah, and these government systems, you don't want to play with them all the time, because especially if they overpay you and you don't notice, they can ask for all that money back.
Yes.
You don't want to do that.
And especially now, if you don't know what your leadership really wants to do, because right now a lot of our stuff is being taken away.
Yeah.
A lot of financial stuff being taken away because they're trying to stop spending, even though they have a giant military budget. It's not being touched. I ain't getting to that though. You don't know what they're going to do. You don't know what your leaders are going to do. Just because you vote them in doesn't mean you know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
So, well, probably should look it up, but still.
Yeah, just think over the situation.
Exactly.
But if you have money saved up and you can wait it out for like the few months, go ahead. Just do what's best for you.
Exactly.
A company's job application states they won't hire anyone who doesn't already have a job, even asking job seekers, why are you unemployed at a time when Pittsburgh restaurants are desperate to hire employees? A job seeker shared a screenshot of the job application on X, which included the company's policy to not hire people who are not currently working. Are they familiar at all with the current job market? As if the questions on this application weren't degrading enough, they went on to express distaste for anyone who had held multiple positions in under a year, asking candidates why they should hire someone who can't hold on to a job. This restaurant is clearly taking advantage of the employer market to cross boundaries that are glaring red flags. Yes, the job market is brutal right now, and applicants are grateful to even land an interview, but that doesn't mean they should settle for disrespectful and degrading employers. But unemployed people are not a protected class, meaning if your state doesn't have explicit legislation stating employers cannot discriminate against applicants who are currently unemployed, then there is no recourse from these policies, regardless of how unethical they are. And given the abysmal job market, companies may feel empowered to be invasive and unethical. Remember though, it's just a job. Your employer isn't entitled to know anything about your personal life, and you aren't required to share it with them. It's tough out there when you're job hunting. We get that. If you can, pursue other opportunities when red flags like this arise.
See, a company that a job can disrespect you like this, but I can't call them a lot of words that I probably shouldn't say on YouTube. And actually, I like this comment right here. If they ask you any of these questions, just say you signed an NDA. They can't. They don't have the right to look it up either.
No.
They don't have the right to look at it either.
But I can guarantee you, they will quietly discriminate anyway, because like they still don't have to hire you, and they can pick any reason why they didn't hire you.
Exactly. So.
But the job market sucks. Like this right here is crazy.
Do they know how jobs work? When you have no job, you look for a job. If you have a job and you're not trying to boost into another job, you're not looking for a job. So it's legit more likely for someone to not look for a different job, which is probably even lower than the job they're working at, to look for a job.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have 7 kids and I need multiple jobs to keep up with the bills.
It's like, yeah, a lot of people working multiple jobs, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna be looking at them. I'm gonna look at something cooler.
Exactly. And this right here, because when I was applying for all these jobs and then like right after getting fired, I just realized I shouldn't rush into the next thing. Like, I'm just going to take some time because this is just stupid. And I deserve to have time for myself anyway and not have to slave away to these companies that don't even care, obviously.
For real. That's just mad disrespectful. Oh, you can't hold down a job longer than a year? Why did my neck move? I look weird when I move my neck like this. What the heck? Anyway, like, what do you mean? Some jobs doesn't work out for people. We should be able to quit a job. As long as I'm not getting fired within 2 weeks, I'm fine. That's fine with me. If I'm getting fired all up and down, that's weird. Don't hire me. But if I just quit a job that I didn't like after, like, what, a week or so,
Yeah.
I shouldn't be held responsible for that.
Exactly. So this is why, just like the last lady said, don't rush into anything. Take some time to like make a plan and figure out what's next for yourself because they're not going to care about you, but you can care about you and your future. And especially like me with the budget thing, I live so far below my means that I really didn't have much to cut out anyway when I did have to like reevaluate the budget. And so, yeah, that's why living below your means is the best way to go.
Yeah. Also, all things he said does not account for this people because they don't have a job, so he ain't getting hired.
That is ridiculous. Like, I'm sorry that my company felt the need to restructure. Like, how does this make any sense?
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous.
Here's 3 pieces of advice I wish I would have followed when I became unemployed. I got laid off in February of this year, and the first thing that I was told to do was file for unemployment in my state, try to get food stamps, and see what other government assistance there would be. I think in my head, I was just like maybe prideful and didn't want to ask for help. But I was able to get unemployment, food stamps, and free health care. I live in Oklahoma, so look up the offerings in your state, but all of those have helped me tremendously. Number 2, don't take this time for granted, especially if you were given a severance or a separation package. Use it wisely. Go ahead and budget. You might have to make some adjustments to your regular lifestyle, but try to use it wisely so you can really use that time to figure out what you want to do next. 3, when it's time to go back to the job market, go strategically. I think I was just kind of living in la la land and wasn't really worried about it, wasn't really keeping an eye on what's going on with the job market, and it has changed a lot. Apparently, it is very common to have to interview and apply and do a lot of things. So I think if you're using that time strategically to identify what that next position, what that next role is that you want, I think you'll have a better experience finding a job and trying to re-enter the job market after a layoff or being unemployed. So those are my tips. If you want me to go into depth about what I've been doing, make sure to follow me. I'm cataloging my journey to become a new me and completely shift careers after my layoff. Here's 3.
I'm sorry, I kind of wasn't paying attention.
Well, for me, I couldn't possibly reevaluate like my lifestyle or budget anymore because once I got laid off, I just canceled all the subscriptions, which were only like 2.
Yeah.
And then I went to the lowest plan of internet and it still works fine.
Yeah.
Can't really change anything except for like saving light and stuff with electricity. So until my lease is up, I can't reevaluate anything else.
Yeah, because I was stuck on the whole free healthcare in Oklahoma. Like, I'm wondering, do we have that? Anyway,
Yeah, look up your state.
Yeah, look at your state stuff. Yeah, changing the lifestyle stuff is actually very, very important. We don't even have cable no more. I've talked about this multiple times in different videos. We don't have cable. We haven't had cable for what, 3 years?
Yeah.
4 years almost.
It's been multiple years.
It's been multiple years. We don't have cable. We just use streaming services, and we got rid of most of our streaming services because they're removing everything anyway. So might as well just watch YouTube and Tubi or stuff.
And there's so many free ones.
For real, we'll go back to square one. Flow TV is really good, actually. If you have a Roku, their live TV stuff, they got old stuff up here that I used to watch when I was a kid.
Yeah. And you'll be surprised in how much stuff is on YouTube as well.
Yeah. Don't they have, like, I don't know when it cycles, but they have the free movies and free TV stuff, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how often it cycles, but you got a lot of stuff up there.
Yeah, and you can get free ones through your library. Certain libraries. It's called like Hoopla, and then there's another one.
Hoopla.
Yeah.
Hoopla.
It's so stupid, but they have a bunch of cool stuff up there and new stuff too, apparently. But I don't know. I don't have it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you will also be really surprised how much assistance there is out there too. But again, I've been on it like once before, but I really don't want to get back on it because it's just annoying having to keep up with like the requirements, and you can't have a certain amount of money in the bank for some of these. You can't get paid a certain amount. You have to work a certain amount of hours and all of that. And it's just like, it seems freeing, but it's really not. You are like held to tight restrictions, and it's annoying.
It's the worst, and I just makes me want to,
Like, for real, I just rather like get another job or just drive around being a delivery driver or whatever.
I'd rather rob a bank. It seems like it'd be easier, actually.
Exactly.
Hey, and if I fail, I get free food and free housing for years.
Well, but less freedom.
Exactly. Hey, honestly, at this point, I feel like we have the same much freedom as prisoners. I'm not sure.
At this point, I think the best thing to do is just go to food banks.
Yeah.
And then maybe like, I heard that if you reach out to like churches or like charities, they can actually help if you're about to get evicted, but you have to actually have an eviction notice for some of these. But also, I do think that you can go and like get clothes and other essentials, and they do kind of sometimes will donate money to you even if you don't have an eviction notice. So maybe.
Yeah. Cause that one time, so my mom was doing a workout event at some dude's gym. She was paying to do it. It was a scam, honestly, because no one really came to her class except for us. At one point, there's like a little church down the street. He walked out the door, went over to the church. He owns a gym, who has multiple kids coming in to work out and stuff. Walks over there, gets a food bank box, and walks back over. It's full of milk, full of cans, full of bread. Like, does he need that? I hope he does.
What the heck? Who's that for?
Exactly. It was for him. He bought it for himself.
I mean, if
For
he needs
groceries.
it.
he said he kind of owned the place almost. So
Well, yeah, he could be struggling because that place looked like it was struggling.
yeah, I didn't really see many people in there. Oh well.
If you need it, you need it. But yeah, just call around. And also from the food banks, especially if you're getting stuff like milk and items that spoil, like check that stuff very thoroughly because you just never know. Someone could have left something out for a long time and then donated it. So they might check it there, but just check it.
Exactly.
You never know. But yeah, call around.
Yeah.
This is like literally the biggest joke ever. Like, you've got to be kidding me right now. So I applied for unemployment today because your girl got laid off because company downsizing. And then like 3 days later, I flew home to America because my grandma died. Life is just grand. So I applied for unemployment today. And for my first time ever, I know nothing about unemployment. I've always been an employed girly, and I'm new to this. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. But anyways, actually, I am new to this. And so I applied for it today. And they were, I can't even get it out of my mouth. They were like, when you receive your direct deposit payments, would you like us to go ahead and take 10% out for federal tax and 6% out for Georgia state tax? Bitch, I'm sorry.
The heck?
What are my tax dollars going towards? What are they going to? Isn't unemployment a taxpayer benefit?
It is.
Isn't it?
Wait a minute.
They're literally, the max you can get for the state of Georgia for unemployment is like $300 a week. And then they're going to tax it. So it's going to be like $200 to replace my full-time salary.
I'm about to cry, man. We're being taxed on tax benefits. What's the point?
Because, yeah, this is exactly what happens. They tax you on your unemployment benefits, and you can either have it taken out like when they're depositing it into your account, or you can have it taken out like on your taxes when you go to file them. So I just do the easy thing, let them take out the 10% before depositing it. But yeah, food stamps, on the other hand, for whatever reason, are not taxable. So it's like, I don't know what's happening, but yeah.
So that's also part of the same system. So they're openly being obtuse. Ooh, hang on, my left ear, my right ear. Oh, geez, Louise. The benefits that they can tax and can't tax, they're taxing a taxable benefit, but not taxing the same benefit at the same time. And you need to do your taxes to even be able to do these benefits in the first place.
Exactly. This is why it's annoying. This is why I would never go back on these things, even if I really feel like I need to. I would just find another way because it's too much.
That I had for 5.5 years. I literally live in Germany. I don't even live in Georgia, and I pay thousands of dollars to the state of Georgia every year in taxes, and I don't even fucking live there. And this is how they repay me. Actually pay me. This is how they pay me. They tax it again. You gotta be kidding me. Anyways, I'm gonna enjoy my boxed wine since I'm in a lower tax bracket now. But good night.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say this, 'cause I don't know if we talked about it on the channel or not before, but I did see a video, and it was like a European guy, talking about how he moved to the U.S., became a citizen for a little bit, and it's like, you know what, I don't want to be a citizen no more. So he went back to his place after becoming a citizen. He rejected citizenship, and so it turns out that if you have taxes in America and you're not even a citizen no more, they can still tax you because they got to pay back all those taxes.
That's crazy.
So you're gonna be taxed for a second before you even if you're not a citizen no more.
No.
Or if you have a dual citizenship, and as soon as you drop out, you gotta pay. As soon as you drop out the dual citizenship, you gotta pay way more taxes at once.
See, this is why. If there is literally no other option for you and you have no savings, then I guess going on these government programs is the best thing to do for the moment. But they run out. You can only collect unemployment benefits for up to 6 weeks, I think, and 6 weeks total. So that sucks. But you can stay on food stamps for however long, but your household income has to be at a certain level. And then with unemployment, whatever you make, even if it's a gift or whatever, you're supposed to report it, even though I don't think they will find out about the gift. Just saying, but you're supposed to report that, and anything that you make, they're subtracting from those benefits. So it's why even be on this program at this point?
Taxes are a scam, man. They didn't know they have enough money. They already don't need a tax to all their stuff. Once again, legit, a bunch of not even $1 billion can actually fix a lot of issues we have. So I don't know. I want to know what all our tax money is really going to.
Exactly.
Nothing. It's going to nothing, to their pockets.
It's just they will pull out however much money that they can from you. They want you to be with nothing. They try to put out these government programs. They can be beneficial. They're there when you need it. So that's good at least. But even then, I feel like it's just a ploy sometimes to make it look like they care about you.
It is.
But it's just so that they can pull more money from you in the end.
It's just funny enough because, people are talking about, oh, hey, a lot of these tax things are bailouts for other people who don't need it. But then there's only a certain amount is needed for the average citizen. But then they'll bail out big companies that are costing billions, trillions of dollars. But then maybe 1 million for a group of people would be too much.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It sucks. So this is why I hope that we get more charities. If I could start a foundation, I want to, but I don't know how to do all of that. Maybe one day.
Do charities get taxed?
No.
Oh yeah, I think it's a tax break.
Yeah, because if they could have more charities that could just help people out with unemployment and all of that, I feel like that would be so great.
I'm pretty sure we do have some. They're not getting funded though.
Yeah, that's the problem. They don't have enough funds.
And then when they do get funds, it always goes back to the system because there's too much stuff to do, too many employees.
Exactly, and especially when you're going through greedy corporations and the government, things just, it's not really that beneficial to the people receiving it. So
like PETA or that what's that breast cancer company?
The what?
The breast cancer company, the pink ribbon one. The Sarah G. Komen company or whatever.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Those are actually some really bad people. They barely spend. They wasn't barely even 5% on on cancer research.
Exactly. You don't even, this is why I don't donate to a lot of these charities, because you don't know where the money is going, and it's so hard to find honest charities that are actually here to help people.
Yeah, they actually will spend more money suing other cancer research charities than they will on cancers.
Yep. That's why it's very limited. It should be limited who you donate to, because not every charity out here is good.
No, they're most, especially the corporation ones. Don't hurt those ones.
Exactly.
Anyway, this video's running long.
So long.
Every time. My bad, guys. I'll be upper.
Well, thank you for watching this video.
Please comment, like, and subscribe on it if you comment, liked, or subscribed it. Wait.
What? Please share the video and please get us to 1,000 subscribers.
I'm so sorry, everybody. I cannot talk to a camera for the life of me.
Maybe if we could get monetized on here one day, this could help us start a foundation or a charity, because I don't know how to do this.
What? Truly, I don't know what we even call it.
I don't know. But we would call it something, and it will actually help people.
The Kanai Can't Speak Foundation. That's what we called. That's what we called. See you guys later. Bye.
Bye.